The things that we enjoy in life are kind of limited resources, whether they be waves or special spots in nature or whatever, food places that you want to eat. You know, it's like when there becomes too many people there, it tarnishes the shine, you know?
Yeah, naturally. I mean, this place, I used to come in here and it was on the fringe of bankruptcy, and now there's just this explosion. And,
right.
You know, we get a little eggy, but it's a good thing, and who's naturally the ego, you know, wants to say, oh, it's just mine, but, you know, we have to manage these resources so everybody can enjoy them.
Yeah, I mean, I get caught in that sometimes. Sometimes you want to keep things secret, but, you know, healthy living and being outside and being in great places like San Francisco near the beach, it's like, it's only natural that it's going to be more and more popular, and I think it's just choosing what you want to do and being happy that more people are finding the good things in life. And
yeah, I mean, San Francisco is facing a tremendous pressure for the tech sector of the world in redevelopment. So there's a plethora of money being poured into this economy, and some of the planning is not conducive to, like, let's say, keeping these waters clean.
Right.
So you know, there's animosity against surfers, but at one point we're going to have to stand together in these trying times in the future. I mean, do you have anything to say to just kind of put people to unite?
Yeah, I think there's definitely gentrification is like a real deal thing in Southern California, and just a lot of places that are really beautiful and don't have winters, you know?
Yeah.
And so people want to move out here, and it forces a lot of people that don't have as much money out of them, and it's kind of like the affluent societies, you know, in a lot of ways is taking over, and I think I don't know really if that's, you know, what to think of that, because in some ways it's good, in some ways it's bad, but I think at the end of the day, like, everybody's got to kind of see on the same level and understand that we're all in this together, and that, you know, that we got to feel the love. It's easy to get controlled by thoughts of scarcity, you know, and if you think about that, then you manifest that over and over again, and feelings of fear come up. And I think if you can think more about things in terms of an abundance, you bring more, like, loving feelings out, and it becomes more of a really good thing, you know. I think we're taught that things have to be rare, or they have to be empty in order to be like words like pristine or purity are in our vernacular. You know, people are used to using those words as being good, but, you know, there can be a lot of people, a lot of things, a lot of energies and stuff, and it's still good. It's challenging for Westerners because we kind of, like, in our frontier culture, we like to find things that are kind of barren and make them our own, you know? Like, we like to conquer the landscape, but pretty soon there's going to come a time with technology where there's going to be no frontier, and we're going to have to learn to live together, you know, in this world. So
yeah, the technological divide is coming up, man. So, hey, let's say 30 years from now, and I show you this video, what do you, Cyrus, want to tell yourself, like, when you're like 50, 60? Like, what do you want to say? Just one fucking thing, dude.
I would say
to yourself, really.
To slow down a little bit and be happy with the things that I have, instead of letting ambition kind of drive me towards the next thing and the next thing. Just really appreciate what I have in my life right now, and everything's going to come in its time, and not to stress about things that aren't maybe completely optimum, and really relish in all that's going well, because I have a tendency to I'm so psyched on life, and I'm just so psyched on what's going on. I, like, want the next thing to happen really quickly.
Sure.
You know, and sometimes it gets the better of me because I, like, overthink stuff. But, you know, I just I'm right now at least consciously trying to slow it down, and hopefully I don't make decisions that make my life more complicated for surface gain, and hopefully I can just keep it simple and cultivate those joyful feelings.
2 sentences about your experience with Ocean Beach these
Oh,
last 2
man.
days. 1 sentence about yesterday, what about today?
2 sentences?
Yeah.
Just one word: wilderness. Like, wilderness meets city. You know, it's such a cool contrast where you have this city's almost a wilderness in and of itself. You know, compared to a lot of parts of Southern California that are all quaint. This has got all kinds of interesting, different people, and it's the same out in the water. You know, there's just all kinds. Sometimes you're getting face full of foam when you're trying to paddle out, and getting stuck and getting detonated.
Palms on the head.
Yeah, getting detonated. So it's cool. It's humbling and you know, yeah.